Hello everyone, I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In this video, I'm going to assess one of my students' letter and provide the word-by-word feedback along with the feedback against each parameter and finally the overall score for this letter. Let's start the assessment now. You have written down the addressee's contact details on the top without any spelling mistakes. I'm very happy with that. And then you have written down the date here. Good. Your handwriting is really good. So I think that's a plus point, because I can sense there are some students, whose handwriting is really bad. Okay. I mean, they have to improve anyway, but in your case, it's really good. So 10, you have written on the date here. That's good. I'm happy with that. And then dear doctor, good. You have addressed the the addressee correctly, and then you have written on the reference details of the patient. I'm happy with that. Mrs. Betty Olsen, comma, date of birth 29/1/1926. Good. All right. So you have written on, I'm writing to refer Mrs. Betty Olsen, who requires immediate hospital admission due to frequent chest pain and hypertension. Good, great. That's a very good sentence structure. I'm happy with that. Your further assessment and management would be highly requested. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it doesn't have any grammatical mistake. Okay. I'm happy with that. Medically, Mrs. Olsen has a history of hypothyroidism. That's the spelling is correct. I'm happy with that. Hypertension, glaucoma, since, okay, you should have used and here, and glaucoma. All right.
Okay.
All right. So instead of writing down hypertension, comma, glaucoma. Okay, let's say hypertension, comma, glaucoma. You should have used hypertension, comma, and glaucoma. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So hypertension, comma, and glaucoma. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Since 1997, 2003, and 2004, you should have used it respectively. It's really important because when you list out the range of conditions, okay, and if they are from different years, different times, it's better to write down respectively. So, and 2004, you should say and 2004 respectively. Otherwise, it will make the reader confused. And he will not be able to understand what information you wanted to convey. I mean, he doesn't know which one is from which. Okay. Also, she has a penicillin allergy. She has a penicillin allergy. No. She has okay. She has allergic reaction with the penicillin, or she is allergic to penicillin. Okay, so this is wrong. Also, she has a penicillin allergy is wrong. Okay, so you should say she has
allergic to penicillin.
Yeah, I mean, she is allergic to penicillin. She has, okay, just a minute. She has a penicillin allergy. Sorry. You should say she is allergic to penicillin. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, it's B. Or, yeah, so you can write it down. All right. Okay. Consequently, she has been on medications such as Carvia 150 milligram once a day, Oroxin 0.1 milligram once in the morning, Timoptal eye drops 0.5%, one drop each eye twice a day, one drop on each eye. It's one drop on each eye. One drop each eye needs to be replaced with one drop on each eye. Okay.
Okay.
One drop on each eye twice a day, and Normicin 10 milligram. Apart from that, she was taking over-the-counter medications. Like, okay, it's better not to not to use like. Okay, you can use including. Okay, or which include something like that. Because like is less formal. Okay, it is more informal actually. So you could have mentioned including. Okay, including medications, including, and then this one, Golden Glow, glucosamine for arthritis, and vitamin C complex, one tablet in the morning. That's okay. On 9 July, there should be a comma. So whenever you write down anything that starts after this one on, if you write down this
Okay, sir.
is in the beginning of a sentence, you need to place a comma after that. So on 09
Okay.
July, you should place a comma on 09 July, comma. Okay, that is
Okay.
really important. Mrs. Olsen was commenced on Mylanta Panadol for indigestion. Are they two different medications?
Yes, sir. Do
Pan.
different medication.
Okay. So Mylanta is it for the indigestion,
Yes, sir. Mylanta.
and Panadol is for the shoulder pain, right?
Yes,
Panadol is
sir.
the pain
Yes.
relief anyway. So you should have used respectively, and you should have used and here. It's the same issue that you have done,
Okay.
previously. So Mylanta, comma, sorry, Mylanta, comma, Panadol. Okay, you should say Mylanta and Panadol. Okay, the same thing is here as well. Shoulder pain, you should say shoulder pain respectively.
Okay.
Otherwise it will be hard, you can, yeah, otherwise you, if you wish, you can also split it by saying like she was commenced on Mylanta for his
Okay.
no, it's not for his, actually for her digestion, and Panadol for shoulder pain. Okay, that is also fine. So whatever you
Yes.
like, you have to write it down, but unfortunately it's not for his digestion but
Yes.
for her digestion. You need to be very careful, because you should not change the prefixes of the patient or the addressee. It's not good. It
Gender.
is not good. Okay, she does not sleep well. Okay, that's all right. So she does not sleep well. All right, let's go to the next one. Today's morning. You don't need to mention today's morning. You can
Okay.
simply say today morning. That's it. You don't need to say today's
Okay.
morning. Today's morning. And there's a comma. No, that's wrong. Today morning. She looked exhausted, generally weak, and also her blood pressure was very high. Okay, 180/90 millimeter of mercury. That's good. Her general practitioner will be visited. Will visit. It's not will be visited. Um,
Okay.
her general practitioner will visit or will be visiting. Is that will be visiting her? Visiting her, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Visiting her
will
home.
be visited. Okay, so you should say will visit her on 11/7/2018. Okay, today is evening again. Today evening. All right, this is not good. So you should use today's evening. Sorry, today's evening, comma. You should say today evening, comma. Okay.
Okay.
Mrs. Olsen refused her evening meal and she has nauseous. She has nauseous. No, no, no. She is nauseous. Well, nauseous is
Okay.
an adjective. Okay. So you
Okay.
can't use an adjective. You can't say she has beautiful. That's wrong. She has beautiful what? So you should say she has beauty. That's okay. Good. Beauty is a noun.
Okay.
Okay. So she has
Okay.
nausea. Otherwise, she was nauseous. Okay. So this one
Okay.
could be, so has nauseous. Okay, couple of issues. Nauseous. Okay, so this is wrong. She has nausea. All right. Okay, in addition, she couldn't sleep well and she has shoulder and neck pain. Accordingly, Naumycin Panadol 1 and 2 tablets were given. Despite taking medications, her blood pressure is 190 out slash 100 millimeter of mercury, and she looks pale, clammy, distressed, and okay. See, The problem is, I think you're writing sometimes too much information, so that could be avoided. And here in this sentence, and she looks pale, clammy. So all these things are adjectives, so they are good. Okay, distressed,
Okay, sir.
good.
Okay. Okay.
But this one is a noun.
Okay.
So when you list out a range of
Constant.
things, okay, if they are in
Okay.
the
Okay,
same
sir.
form, then it is okay. There is no issue. For example, she likes walking, jogging, and eating. That's good. You can't say she
Okay, sir.
likes walking, jogging, and flowers. That's wrong. That's not good. That's not in the
Okay,
correct
sir.
form. Okay. So
Okay.
what you could
Okay,
have
sir.
done is she looks pale, clammy, and distressed, and has had constant chest pain. Okay, you should have used
Okay,
has
sir.
had. All right.
Okay. Okay.
So and constant chest pain. You should have mentioned and has had constant chest pain. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, because that's in a
Okay, sir.
different form. You can't put everything together. All right, it's not good.
Okay, sir.
All right, it's not good. Okay, therefore she transferred to your facility by the ambulance. Now, has she been already transferred, or is she going to be transferred?
So you already transfer.
She has
No,
been
sir.
already
Going to be
transferred.
transfer.
She's going to be
No,
transferred,
sir.
right? Mhm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then you can't say she transferred to your. No, she will be transferred. She is being transferred to your facility by the ambulance. You don't need to mention
Okay.
whether it is by the ambulance. Why did you mention these things? You can simply mention, I mean, you are unnecessarily adding some words, okay, that could have been rectified, okay, that could have been removed, okay.
Okay, sir.
Therefore, she transfer is wrong. She transfer, she will be transferred, all right,
Okay.
or she is being transferred, something like that, to your facility.
Okay, sir.
In view of the above, she requires immediate hospital admission for further evaluation and management. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Okay, yours faithfully, and then the registered nurse. Okay, good. 196 words is not that bad, but it's better to write down less words and convey the information more effectively. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay. One thing is overall task fulfillment could have been better with the use of less words. Okay, you could have cut down some of the words. That's one thing. Grammar is not up to the mark. I don't know why you have committed several grammatical mistakes in this letter. You used to
Yes.
score very well under grammar, but now I don't know. Use of nouns, verbs, punctuation marks, articles, and prepositions needs to be improved. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then the next one is use of conjunctions like connecting phrases like and could have been better as well. So use of
Okay.
connectivity could have been a bit better. All right, passive voice could have been used more appropriately. More appropriately and effectively. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Vocabulary is okay, but some unnecessary words should have been cut down to make your letter, crispier and more formal. All right.
Okay, sir.
Layout is fine. Layout and presentation features are good enough. I'm happy with that. You have done a wonderful job over there. And you have used a range of sentence structures. You have used a range of sentence structures. However, you have committed Grammatical mistakes. Okay, that's not good. You should have avoided that. Okay, that's not good. All right.
Okay, sir.
Okay, let's see. What else I need to check with you? Spelling is all right. I'm happy with that. Spelling is okay. Okay, let me see now if you have included all the relevant case notes in this letter or not. Okay. Is this a
Okay,
known
sir.
case or an unknown case?
Unknown case, sir.
Okay, let's see. Write a letter to the admitting doctor of Sprint Hospital Emergency Department. Give the recent history of events and also patient's past medical history and condition. So you have to include only the relevant history of events and then the past medical history. Okay, whatever is relevant. Okay, do not write
Yes,
down the irrelevant ones. Okay,
yes,
let's go here. So read the case notes below. Time allowed 40 minutes. Today's date. This must be the date. Betty Olsen is a resident at the Golden Pond Retirement Village. She needs urgent admission to the hospital. You are the night nurse looking after her. Okay. Address Golden Pond Retirement Village, 83 Waterford Road, Annerley, 4101. Okay, that's a phone number. That's a date of birth. Okay, marital status widowed. Country of birth Australia. Socialist removed to the retirement village following the death of husband in December 2007. Next of kin son Nicholas Olsen, 53 Palmer Street, Warwick 4370. All right, phone. That's okay. Normal, alert and oriented. India's bridge and bingo reading. But it's okay. Let me go through that. Recent history of events and the patient's past medical history and condition. Okay. Right. All right. Okay. So move to retirement village. That's fine. Following the death of the husband. So did you include this one?
which one? Social history.
Yeah, under the social
No,
history. Did
sir.
you include? Okay.
No, sir. They mention only medical history and then.
But it's an unknown case, right? So they don't know this. It's
Yes,
a spirit hospital, right? If that's
yes.
the case, you need to include that information.
Okay,
It's the admission doctor. It's for the admitting doctor of the Sprint hospital. You have to include maybe a few social information. So this one, okay, could
okay,
have been
sir.
done. Normal enjoys bingo and reading. You don't need to include these ones. You need to include this one, the first one.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Medical history. Okay. Okay. What? Why she is going to be admitted? It's urgent admission. So they didn't mention the purpose of admission, right? Did they?
Yes, sir.
Let me see in the bottom. Didn't eat in the evening meal. Okay, she said DP. Okay, all right, got it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you have to mention that. Yes, hypertension since 2003, allergic to penicillin, prescription medications, cardia. That's okay. These are the prescription ones. Yeah, you need to mention that as well, because when you write down a letter to a doctor, you need to include the medications, non-prescription medications. Clovia tablets on with the breakfast for arthritis. Okay, vitamin C complex. That's okay. Good. Independent with walking stick, arthritis in hands, wears glasses, continue continence, require continence pad. Okay, mobility aids. But you are going to the doctor for urgent admission. But you should mention this one, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
When the patient goes to a
Which?
hospital, okay, they need to know whether the patient needs continence pad or not, because she's going to be admitted to the hospital, right? So you need these
Okay,
ones.
okay.
Did you include these ones or not? Arthritis in hands and wears glasses.
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I think you need to include these things.
Okay, sir.
Recent nursing notes, flu vaccination. You don't need to mention these things. That's not needed. Complaining of indigestion following evening meal. Settled to the myelin tower. Okay, unable to sleep. X in shoulder, settled following 2 Panadol and 1 Armisen. Okay, requested Mylantar for indigestion. Panadol for shoulder pain, sleep poorly, tired and feeling generally weak. BP, confined to bed. GB called and visible visit. Okay, after surgery. Don't eat evening meat and eat. Okay, says felt slightly nauseous. Okay. Trouble sleeping, complaining of shoulder and neck pain. Yes. So you have included all these things. That's fine. So 1 or 2 case notes should have been included. So they are missing. So
Okay.
some relevant case notes, maybe 1 or 2 maximum, they are missing. So you could have added them. But apart from that, this one is okay. Expected score. Me, this sounds like. See. After looking at the severity, and then you haven't included the relevant case notes. Mistake number 1, 2, 3. So these ones are. Okay, most of the mistakes are in relation to grammar. Okay, you didn't use the
Yes.
nouns and verbs, properly, and then some of them are the punctuation marks. So after looking at the severity and the frequency of the mistakes, according to me, this sounds less than a C plus grade letter. It's not good. You have committed several mistakes that can be easily identified and rectified. When you proofread it,
Yes.
you should have done that.
Okay.
But according to me, this one can get you maybe, 270 or 280 maximum. It shouldn't get more than that, unfortunately.